sense he is not right, and they bolt for my centre, where the hive congregates, keeping itself warm. Snowdrops probe green nubs above the hard soil. It will be a week before they hoist their pale ghost flags. James sits on what he loves to call my knee. His trousers are well worn, like the creases in his face and hands. He does not possess new clothing or give off a shiny air. Bees love it when old softness emerges and continues on into new time. We all do. Soon the bee scouts venture back out of their entrance and settle on his lap. "Do you mind," he says at last, "if I just sit quiet for a minute before I take on our last chore of all?" He has a round basket at his side, and on top of it lies a red book bright as a rosehip, and he also carries his old tinderbox with a few matches he made from splinters of my deadwood, dipped in the beeswax. Little Miss Bell noses out of Rydalmount's side door and sits a distance away on the grass. Normally that dog is never far from Ruther's side. As soon as he sees Belle, James calls out Ruther's name. Ruther is what Dixon calls Dorothy Wordsworth privately to himself, and to us in the garden, myself and all beings green, living and quick. Ruthe is the name of the river that leaps through our haunts, and it is what poor Sam Coleridge called Dorothy when they were young, and Sam loved her as deeply as we do now. There will be another Ruther in the family, but there'll never be another like the one we love best, the Dorothy who has slipped off this morning, 5 years after her brother William. Who would have thought she'd outlast him? But on the day William died, his sister rose from her bed as if born again. As soon as he died, up she leapt, making funeral arrangements, flinging windows open, dashing outdoors to fill her lungs with April air. Quick as in her youth, though everyone had feared news of his death might kill her. No, William's death quickened Ruther and made her more present to us than ever. The life of the sister. James weeps, and a few more bees venture out despite the cold. They do that when someone they trust is sorrowful. They hold time, humming around the hive quietly as the person gives way to feeling. They accompany the person, but they do not try to console. There is nothing worse than consoling the bereaved too soon. The January wind rustles my last leaves, and the bees keep up their faint hum. And this man, who has little left in the human world, weeps for us, talks to us. He speaks to us all the time. We are his audience and he is ours. He and Ruther both. But now? My mam, says James, always told me this. When someone you care about dies, you can tell their story to the bees, and they'll keep it like. Even if everyone else forgets, bees will hold on to it for you. Then once you're dead yourself, they'll scatter it abroad with the pollen, so the world never really forgets. That person stays alive, and the world hasn't lost them, and you haven't lost them either. What about it? Do you reckon Mam's right? He reaches his hand forth, and 5 bees alight on it. Only in our world does James possess anything now. So we denizens of the garden do what we always do for those who acknowledge us the way he and Ruther have done. We eloquess in the realm of light, wind and water, and with our earthen bodies we listen.
1. Look at that, will you? James Dixon points at a diamond of glittering frost on a low twig, on one of the sycamore's low twigs, and delight flashes through his tears. Rother's world a-glitter, and me, I fell in, inside the shimmering. Right in I fell, that very first time I ever saw her. She lying in the road with her brother. I was only 5. And I says to me mum, "Are they all right?" "Never mind them 2, mum says. "Cracked as 2 piss-pots, the pair of 'em." "But what are they doing?" I asked her. "Hoping the road'll rattle, then they'll know the postman's coming. Letters is all those 2 cares about."